Today we're going to take a deer roast and turn it into a smoked, delicious, grilled pile of goodness. Come along and check this out. Welcome to Out Here Adventures. We're going to start out by trimming up our venison roast. Venison's a very lean meat, and whenever I shot this deer and processed its roast, I left the silver skin on. The silver skin provides another layer of protection from the freezer to keep the meat from getting frostbite, but it can taste very gamey if you don't remove it. Once I get it all cleaned up, I'm going to go through and cross-hatch this meat. I'm just putting the knife in about 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch deep. I'm going to run it straight from one angle, and then I'm then going across that angle the same depth. We're doing this to help all of our flavor we're going to add on get deeper into the meat. Again, venison's very lean. It doesn't have a lot of fatty flavor, so the better we can get this piece of meat to take the fatty flavor we're going to give it, the better the venison will turn out. Before I got started on the meat, I took a bunch of garlic and minced it up super fine and put it in some olive oil and let it sit overnight. And that's going to be our first base layer of flavor for this venison. All right, let's go ahead and get this olive oil infused with garlic just in every crevice of this meat. You can see how I'm taking the little garlic chunks and pushing it down into that cross-hatching that I cut into the meat earlier. As it smokes, that'll help to create a good bark. Along with this seasoning we're going to add here shortly, we're going to hit it with some Hardcore Carnivore Black. That infusing with that garlic is going to make a beautiful bark on the outside of this meat. And I'm just wrapping up the garlic stuffing, making sure that meat's full of flavor. Once I got this garlic pushed in real well, we're going to let all this set in the refrigerator for about an hour. For my smoke flavor today, I'll be using applewood. I really like the flavor that applewood brings to the venison. All right, we got our roast here, all covered in beautiful garlic. Now we're just going to hit it with a layer of this Hardcore Carnivore Black seasoning. This is absolutely wonderful on venison specifically. I found it adds a great bark. It has a great authentic flavor. It's a little sweet, a little spicy, a little salty. That's that Hardcore Carnivore Black. The rest of our seasoning is provided by that olive oil and garlic we did earlier. Let's go ahead and put it on the grill. We've already got our doggo pieces starting to smoke. That'll be some wonderful snacks for Nova and Bo and Annie. And we're just going to set this right over here. Put our thermometer in the thickest part of the meat. All right. Now we'll close it up and see this in about 45 minutes to an hour. We're going for a temp of 130 internal. We're rolling about 250 external on the whole smoker setup. Stick around, folks. It's going to be fun. All right, so we're about 10 minutes into the smoke so far. The temp's right around 200. And we're trying to get up to about 250 here. So right now our vents are pretty wide open. We can see this one up here is pretty wide open, and down here as well. And eventually, once that smoke gets the heat up to about 225, I'll start cranking back on this top vent here. It's like our internal temp right now is 66, and we have the alarm set for 135. So we'll let it keep doing its magic here. Our venison roast is at the internal temperature of about 100 degrees, which is getting close to where we want it. The smoker's at 250. We're about maybe 30 minutes into this, and everything's just working out great. Let's go ahead and check our level of wood. I think I'm going to need to add some more wood. Nope, this is about right. Okay, so everything's right on schedule. We should be eating some tasty venison before long. The sun's starting to go down. We're going to put the out here lighting kit to the test. So our venison has been smoking for about an hour and a half at 225 to 250. Currently we are at 131 degrees internal on the roast. So smoke got me. I've also been heating up the Blackstone, getting ready for that sear. It's going to be a delicious dinner, y'all. I wish I could put the smell of this through the imaging, but technology hasn't caught up yet. Smell-o-vision will eventually exist. I believe in it. Oh, did I mention beef tallow? Oh yeah, there's going to be beef tallow. We're still at 131 out of 135. About 4 degrees to go. And the Blackstone's on deck. All right, that sound means one thing and one thing only. Our temperature has been reached. 135 internal temperature. At this point, we need to pull off the venison roast and move it on over to our Blackstone. All right. Ooh. I got some nice deer scraps on the smoker cooking for the doggos for their treats, as well as the beef tallow getting heated up and liquefied for our next big extravaganza. You see it looking just beautiful there. Our little doggo treats look great, and our beef tallow is smoked and heated up. So let's go ahead and pull this beef tallow out of here. We're gonna move that big old venison roast out of there. Now throw it on our little foil boat. I've got a foil boat here so that I can catch all of those drippings. Because here shortly, we're gonna smother it in beef tallow, y'all. Oh wow, that is very tender. Oh my goodness. That smell isn't, oh wow. We're gonna eat good tonight, y'all. Oh my goodness, that smells so good. Close the smoker down for the night. Let's give this venison a beef tallow bath. Smoked beef tallow. Venison's a very not fatty meat. So all this olive oil, beef tallow in this case we're adding, is just gonna make it more fatty and more flavorful, right? Because fat is flavor, y'all. Let's get it over to the Blackstone now. There we go. Alright, yeah, that'll work. I'm gonna take this right here. Do this. Alright. Give about a minute here to sear. We're going for about a minute now. We're just gonna go ahead and flip it over. That nice sear off that Blackstone, nice even sear. I love to use charcoal, but in this case our Blackstone is more efficient and ensures a nice even surface, and I don't use a Blackstone in enough videos. Beef tallow here. Alright, that beef tallow just searing up. Just trying to keep this beef tallow around the meat the best I can. It's been about a minute on that side. I was going to go ahead and get it on each side real quick. Alright. We're just going to let it sear on each side real good. I can feel it inside. It's still got a nice good wiggle. And that deer roast is usually, it can be a tough meat, but hopefully since we smoked it up to 135 and now we're searing it on each side, we end up with a nice even cook. Nice pink middle with some yummies. Go ahead and sear that infused, give it some extra flavor. Well, that came out about as good as I could expect it to, y'all. I'm excited to cut it open and see what it's like, but I gotta wait for the rest. It's important. Let it rest. I didn't used to let it rest. Now I do, and there's a whole nother level of deliciousness. The dogs have been on a diet lately, so as much as I'd love to give them garlic and all those yummies that are in the flavoring of this meat, I'm not going to. We made them some separate little yummies. All right. Come here, Annie. There's our sweet girl. There you go, Annie. What do you think? Is it yummy? She seems to enjoy the smoked venison. Okay. Nova, you're so bossy. Come here, Bo. Bo's a good boy. There you go. That's a good boy, Bo. Okay. Nova's been a patient girl. Come on over, Novaru. There's your piece. Oh, yes, there's our girl. What do you think? Is it yummy? Is it good enough for me to eat? I think Nova's telling me yes. All right. Taste test approved. So what I'm gonna do next is take this out of the foil and put it on my cutting board. All right, let's see how this came out. It feels juicy. It feels tender. Feels yummy. Let's go and get a little meat pull here. Oh my goodness, that is so tender. And that's a roast that a lot of folks just grind up now. Oh wow. I don't know if I'll do that like a roast on a crock pot anymore. This is good. You can actually cut this into steaks as well. We've done that where we take deer roast and cut it into slabs and just grill it. So good. Mission accomplished. See how tender that is? It just lays right across my finger. That is so tender. That is so delicious. What's that right there? Medium rare. Cleanest meat you can get. Better than anything you get in a grocery store by far. Get out in the woods, find some venison. Better than anything you can buy in a store. Oh yeah, so pure and clean. Y'all, I am not a chef. I'm not a professional. I'm not even considering myself an expert. But after doing this so many times, I eventually found a recipe that works out good. If y'all want more deer recipes, let me know in the comments. We turned a deer roast into basically a rib roast. It's so good. Thanks for watching, y'all.